Jumping into the number 5 spot of the best RGB accessory Prime Day deals is the Torchlet floor lamp, coming in at a typical price tag of $69.99, now on sale for $55.99. But additionally to the Prime Day deal, you also get a $10 off coupon at the time of filming, which should be coming out just a few hours after we film this, which brings the price down to $45.99 from that almost $70 price tag. That's pretty good. But if you want to check out any of the 5 RGB accessories in this video, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. All right, so this is a very vibey RGB lamp. It looks absolutely so vibey in basically any room at nighttime. So in a dim or a nighttime environment, maybe when you're watching a movie or just kind of low light environments, this looks so vibey. In the daytime in a very bright room, this doesn't look amazing, but at night it's really a massive vibe. So I think with the price point, that's a kind of okay. The build quality is pretty good with a stand and a lot of metal build quality. The installation process is interesting but easy, as the lamp is literally just a metal rod with an RGB strip twisted around it and then a piece of fabric that is kind of like the material of a hazmat suit that is stretched over it with a screw and spring inside. However, once built, which only takes about 5 minutes, it actually looks very, very cool. There is a remote which you can change all of the colors and modes. The modes do look really cool as they travel in a spiral due to the RGB strip actually being wrapped around that rod. So all of those modes spiral up or down the actual lamp, which actually looks very, very cool. Overall, a very cool accent RGB lamp to any room that definitely needs some vibes. I could definitely see this in a TV living room setup, as this is an impressive looking piece that doesn't break the bank, especially today. But with that, let's move on to the number 4 spot, which is the Govee RGB strips, coming in at a price tag of $39.99. Now literally 50% off to $19.99, and that's for a 32.8 foot of RGB LEDs. Now, this is the single cheapest upgrade to your gaming setup that makes the most impressive visual change. These are not only bright and vibrant, but again, like I said, this is 32.8 feet, which gives you a ton of RGB for giant desks, beds under counters in your kitchen, literally anything you want. To install these, you literally just stick these to the back of your desk, bed, whatever you're plugging them into. You plug them in and that's it. You're literally done. I mean, that's how easy they are. That's why it's so easy for the amount of vibes. You also can use the Govee app to control these and customize them in any setup. You can customize the colors. There's some modes, some reactive modes, things like that. And having these on the back of your desk setup, if you are into gaming, is literally an absolute must for any setup. Now, not only is it literally the vibe when gaming in the middle of a Saturday night, but in the daytime, you can actually change these to a whitish color and use these kind of just like a daytime ambient lighting. So it's actually really good at all times of the days, and for how inexpensive and easy this is to set them up, well, it's an absolute must. And again, today, only about 20 bucks for 32.8 feet. That's a really good deal. But with that, let's move on to the number 3 spot, which is Lumoonosity neon signs. These are awesome. Coming in at a typical price tag of $21.99 for the game controller neon sign, now on sale for only $15.99. Now, there's a bunch of different neon signs, so click the links below and you can check all of the different options, see which signs you want. There's some different colorways and stuff like that, but the game controller is by far my favorite sign. I think it's clear, it's right there. There are tons of designs. There's good vibes, there's live, there's headphones. These absolutely look like the vibe. Look. It's clear that I love them. I have these all over my house because they just look so cool. Now, they are one color, so you're not going to be able to change these like a, RGB strip. These are the color that they're going to be. So choose the color that you want, and that's what they're gonna be. But for how cheap they are, guys, on sale now, $15.99 for that. If anyone walks in your house, they're gonna be like, oh my God, how much do you spend on that? And realistically, the vibe that it gives and how expensive they look with how cheap they are, man, that's amazing. So basically what these are is a piece of clear plastic with some nail holes, or you can stick them to your wall, and then a colored LED strip with then some tubing to make it look like a neon sign. That's how they're able to get these looking so good at such a fantastic price. I've talked about Lumoonosity signs for so long. They are definitely a huge upgrade to any setup, gaming room, whatever you want to call it. And now on Prime Day, I think a lot of their signs are on sale. I think most of them are on sale, so check them out. Some of them go like under 10 bucks. Some of them are like 8 bucks. It's like crazy. All right, but with that, let's move on to the number 2 spot, which is the Govee Neon RGBIC robe, coming in at a typical price tag of $69.99, now on sale for only $42.99. This RGB strip is a super diffused, literally like a flexible rope that can be formed into really any design you want. Just absolutely love the creativity here. Mounting is stupid easy with these 3M clips that then hold the rope in. It's super easy to make designs. You can also choose to screw the mounting brackets to the wall if you choose to do a more permanent thing, or you can just stick them to the back and you can get them off of the wall without peeling the paint, which is big for renters. The rope is super diffused, so you never get dim or bright spots, and just looks insanely good. Now, the RGBIC, if you don't know what the IC stands for, basically this allows you to have multiple colors along that strip. So you can have orange fading into red, fading into green, fading into yellow. You can have any of that you want, and it's all customizable through the Govee app, similar to the RGB strip. So you can do music modes, you can do like a vibey modes, there's like an ocean one, or you can just customize everything by segments or make your own modes. It's hyper customizable. These also work with Amazon Echo and Google Assistant, so you can turn these on with your voice. Overall, for the price tag of under 50 bucks now, having a very impressive looking RGB accessory like this, which can basically go on anything. I actually recently just put one of these above my bed, so it's on my bed frame pointing up at the ceiling. So cool. But yeah, it's hard to go wrong for that price tag today on Prime Day. But with that, let's move on to the number 1 best RGB accessory Prime Day deal. These are the Nanoleaf Hexagons, coming in at a typical price tag of $199.99. Pretty dang expensive, but now a little bit more reasonable at $159.99. These are a staple. I have used these right there. I've used these so much. I've had these for years now. They're super reliable. They last for a long time, and they're unbelievably bright. Look at those. Those are at the lowest brightness setting because the camera would blow them out if they're not. Insane. All right, a classic pick for a good reason. Build quality is fantastic, and so is installation, being so easy to get these flat and symmetrical. These display colors extremely well, doing vibrant and bright colors beautifully, but also handling those more muted colors incredibly well. Muted oranges mixed with deep reds and dark oranges for a fall theme, literally no problem. This is something that most RGB things do have a problem producing. Muted colors just don't usually look that good, where most RGB is usually gonna be a bright deep pink or a bright blue or something like that. Whereas this can actually do very, very muted colors extremely well, looking more like a painting than it does in RGB light, which is something that's very unique and you have to see in person, but that's why these are so versatile. They can look clean, not gamery. Big reason I like these. Now, the control through the Nanoleaf app, which is very good, allows for tons of customization, whether that's different modes, different randomized modes, or music modes, or just static colors with different colors along each Nanoleaf hexagon itself. These also have a party trick, and they are reactive, so when you touch them, they'll kind of react to your touch, which is kind of cool. Now, while these are expensive, they add one of the coolest looks to any setup, and on Prime Day, they're a lot more affordable than they were previously. But again, if you want to check out any of the 5 RGB accessories, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. But this is a consumer tech review, and I'll see you guys in the next video.